Hi, this is Abe Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TIS. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Love and Marrige DC. The premiere happened this past. Ooh, my light's going dark. The premiere happened this. Let me change this. Let me change this. That's no better. Hold up. Let me pause for a minute and fix this light. That's much better lighting. But anyway, like I said, I'm talking about Love and Marrige, Marrige DC, the new show on with Monique Samuels, formerly of Real Housewives of Potomac. On the show. Now the show started off with Monique and her pop-up shop. She was talking about her lazy mom brand that she started right after she had her baby, and I think she started that a little bit after she had her baby. She was still on Real Housewives of Potomac then, and so now she has an essential oil called I think it's called Milo Essential Oils and stuff. So she was promoting both of her businesses at this pop-up event, and so I think Ashley was the first one to show up at her pop-up event, and they gave a little backstory about Ashley. Ashley is married to DJ Quick, and he's a big-time DJ in Washington DC, and she has her own businesses, and she's also a mom, and she also is trying to be a writer and an author. And like I said, we already know about DJ Quick is a DJ, and he's what they call it, a DJ, event planner, a party planner, and stuff like that. So they gave a little backstory, on them, and stuff. And then walked in. Irena walked in. They gave a little backstory on Irena. They were saying that Irena was married to Jamie, and Jamie has his own business, and Irena has her own businesses too, and stuff like that. And I think they have like 2 kids or 3 kids or something like that. And so she came in, and she had on a red dress, and she was nice and pretty. And then Monique's friend Winter, she was already there, and she was talking, and they liked it, the event. And Winter was the one who got up and spoke about, gave a little background about she knew Monique because Monique was married to Chris, and Chris was a football player for the Washington, I think for the Washington Redskins or whatever team, and also her ex-husband was one of the team members, and that's how they knew about each other through football and being football wives. And everybody thought that's all she was gonna say. And then she got up there talking about how her first husband cheated on her with some woman, and that's how he broke up a marriage and then stuff. And I'm looking at this is Monique's event. Why are you talking about that and stuff like that? And then Ashley was telling Irena, she said, I normally don't drink this much. She said, when I get bored, I get to drinking, and this is boring. I wish she'd get on. She kept on going on and on and on. And then Monique finally had to come up there and say, well, okay. And she finally had to get her off the stage and tell her about that. But after that, she had put all her business out on Front Street. And I was saying, if you want to talk about that, you could talk about that at another time, in another place. And then after that, Irena asked Ashley and Monique and even Winter, where they're going to come to their 26th anniversary party. And Monique said, yeah, I want to come. And Ashley said, yeah, me and Quick going to come. And then Monique said, yeah, how y'all get to be married 26 years? I want some tips. And so Irana said, well, no, when me and Jamie do a party, we do a party. We like to have fun at our party. We're gonna have fun at our breakfast party. She said that's not gonna be no counseling session. And then Monique said, yeah, y'all should have a Q&A. She said, no, Monique, we're not having a Q&A there. And so she said, we'll do counseling and Q&A later, but not at my party. And then Monique kept pushing the point. She said, I did not say we're not gonna do that. And then so it switched to the next scene. Where I think it was Ashley and Jamie. They were sitting down at the table. No. It was Arena and Jamie sitting down, getting ready to sit down at the table, and their mom was cooking breakfast. And she said, Mom, are you almost through with the breakfast? And her mom gave her a side eye. And she said she was happy that her mom was there with her, because she said her mom is there to help take care of Jason's, which is their disabled blind son. And so, he's disability, he has a disability, and so after that, they got ready to sit down, and she was saying that she wanted to invite little Jamie to the event. And Big Jamie said, well, yeah, you can invite him. Are you sure he's gonna show up? She said, yeah. I want to invite him. I invited him. I hope he shows up. And so she said that she told Jason that she was gonna pick out him a nice outfit for him to wear to the party. And then Big Jamie didn't believe it, and he was saying all of the stuff that's going on with him and little Jamie. Their relationship is kind of fragile right now, and stuff like that, and he's hoping one day that they can repair their relationship. And then after that, it switched to Ashley and DJ, Ashley and DJ Quick. And then they have two children, which is I think it's Antonio and Ashton, and one is a girl and one is a boy. And so they got to eat breakfast, and then Ashley told the kids to get ready to get ready for school before she has to take them to school. And then they got talking, and then she told Quick that she would like for him to help her out more around the house and stuff. And Quick was saying, well, in order for us to have this lifestyle, I have to have all these different jobs besides DJing. I'm a DJ, I'm a party planner, I'm a businessman. She said, well, you act like I don't do anything around here. She said, I do a whole lot of stuff around here too. She said, I'm a mom, I'm an author, and I have 2 or 3 businesses I'm trying to run. But she said, I'm so busy that I don't even have time to finish writing my book. And he was saying, yeah, I thought you were going to get back to her writing. And then she said in her blue sofa confessional, she just doesn't want to be Quick's wife. She's tired of just being Quick's wife. She wants to be her own stuff. And to me, they're having the same problem that Candy and Todd are having on Housewives but in this situation it's a little bit different. It's the man who's getting all the credit and the woman is behind. And on Housewives it's the opposite, where Candy is getting all the credit and Todd is like behind in seconds, like supported second. But anyway, I kind of like them and stuff. And then it switched back to Monique and Chris. And Chris was doing his exercising and stuff like that, and he's trying to lose weight and stuff. And he was saying that he used to play for the Washington Redskins, and the only reason why he retired was because he had a neck injury and he couldn't play anymore. And so while he was exercising, Monique came up in there and said, yeah, that's all exercise you're going to do. You could do a little bit more. He said, no, Monique, don't you got something to do? Don't you got orders to fill? And she said, well, yeah, you only do just enough to get by. He said, well, yeah, I'm here with my trainer. My trainer's going to tell me what to do. And so he kind of ran Monique out. And then the trainer said that was all they was going to do for the day. And then when he got back, and he talked to Monique, and he told Monique that what did she think about the anniversary party, and he was saying, well, yeah, we're gonna go to the anniversary party, and she was saying, I also mentioned at my thing, he said, well, you got in extra late, so I'm gonna ask you about your pop-up event. She said, yeah, I tried to get Raina to give me some tips on marriage, because they've been married 26 years, but she didn't want to do it. He said, well, yeah, well, you know, some people don't want to do it. You might be bringing up old stuff that they don't want to bring up no more. He said, maybe we'll have to talk to them separately about that. She said, well, maybe so. We said, well, maybe so. And then the next thing you know, they showed Irena going to the car dealership with little Jamie, and she said, "I'm gonna let you know one thing right now, little Jamie. I'm not gonna be buying no car for you. I'm just over here. Overseeing you and see what." So he bought him a nice car and stuff like that. And she told me, she said, "I invited you to the party. Are you gonna come?" He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna come." She said, "I really want you and your father to make up, because because it's hard for me, and the stuff that you doing out here, I have to wonder every day if somebody gonna come knocking at my door, the police gonna come knocking at my door and saying something happened to little Jamie, something happened to Jamie. I don't want that." Then he started crying, then she started crying, and then little Jamie said, "I don't like to see my mama crying like that. I know she's hurt." That's what he said in his little confessional. And then he took his mama for a ride in his car, and then that scene ended, and then it started back with and then it started back up with everybody starting to arrive at the event. Monique and Chris was getting ready. They arrived at the event, and then it was Ashley and Quick arrived, and then it was some more people that they had put for the event, and then the last people to arrive was Raina and Jamie, because it was their party, and people were there and stuff, and so they were talking, and then so Monique said, "Well, I'm gonna try to get some tips," and then Ashley said, "I hope they give us some tips on marriage too." And so when they got there, they kind of greeted each other, and then Monique was saying, she said, "Nah, Monique, didn't I just tell you this? We here to party. I'm not doing no Q&A. I'm not doing no counseling. Y'all have to do counseling on your own. I'm not giving no marriage tips." So everybody was talking, and then she said, "Well, I invited little Jamie," and I said, "Well, you think little Jamie's gonna come?" And Big Jamie said, "Well, I hope he come, but if he don't show up, I'll be very disappointed." And then the next scene, everybody got to looking around. Little Jamie had showed up, and he talked to other people. He showed up with his girlfriend and stuff. And then that's when all the other people in the group let Jamie out, because Jamie and Lorena was like in the middle, I guess, because there was their party. They was in the middle of it was like a round group section thing. And so they kind of let him out to talk to little Jamie, and he told little Jamie that the reason why he has a problem with him is because the way he's going. He said, "You either gonna go two ways. You either gonna go the right way, where you're gonna do stuff right, or either you're gonna go the wrong way. Either you're gonna be in jail, or you're gonna be dead." And really and truly, Big Jamie was right about that. And then, like he told him, and then little Jamie said, "Well, you always treat me like I'm a little boy, like I'm a child." He said, "The reason why I treat you like that is because the people who you hang around with, who you associate with." He said, "I know, I didn't think at first that by me just smoking weed that it was gonna come out, but then I started smoking weed, and then I started doing that. And I was saying, yeah, smoking weed was bad enough, but all that other stuff you trying to do, you need to listen to your daddy." And so he said, "Yeah, it had it been for my daddy giving me that tough love back in the '80s, that's what Big Jamie said in the confessional, I wouldn't have been the man that I am now. So I'm trying to give my son tough love, because I don't want to see my son go down that road." And I don't blame Big Jamie for that. Little Jamie need to realize that once he get in this trouble, it's gonna be hard for him to get out, and hard for him to get a job, and everything else. And so after that, they kind of hugged it out, and then it switched to the next scene where it was after the party, and what you call Chris and Monique was talking about it, and she was saying, well, yeah, it seemed like that Jamie and Raina didn't want to have no Q&A, didn't want to talk about it, and he was saying, yeah, it's maybe difficult for some people to talk about and this, that, and the other, and she was saying, well, yeah, and she was saying, well, yeah, I kind of understand that, but they've been married 26 years, and I know they've been having their ups and downs just like everybody else. And stuff. I just wanted to get some tips because I don't want. She said in her confession, I don't want to be like Chris's mom and dad where they got divorced, but they're like friends, and then I don't want to be like my mom and dad when they got divorced and they not even hardly together and we rarely talk. And so so after that. Monique was saying that she wanted Chris to kind of do the work in counseling and kind of come through counseling and stuff like that. And Chris said, well, I do enough. He said to me, I feel like because my credit cards are good and we have a house and finances are good and everything, and I supply you with that should be ours. She said, well, now you need to come on to counseling because, our marriage we've been married 10 years and our marriage is not the same like it was 10 years ago. We both got to grow. We both got to come to counseling, and you could tell that Chris is not used to being there. I think Chris really wanted this to be kind of more like the way they was on Potomac, where he said very little stuff. He would peep in here and there, and that was it. But it's like on this one, he has to kind of produce along with Monique and stuff like that. I'm just gonna say this part. I like Monique and Chris. I like Monique and Chris. Their little family, but their children are big, are getting big now. But their children are still like between the ages of 6 and 10. But I'm sorry, Jamie and Arena. They are one of the 3 couples that are gonna be. But if Monique and Chris don't watch it, Jamie and Arena, they have a better dynamic because they're dealing with a whole lot of stuff, family stuff. They got an older son that has a good storyline. They got a younger son and the mama they couldn't what you call. So I'll see, but Monique and what you call gonna have to step it up if they still want to be the star of the show. This is Abe Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. I am out.